I hear so many people say, I don't know, and you wouldn't believe the effect saying these 3 words has on your life. The biggest lie you are telling yourself is, I don't know. But in a culture where everything is so fast-paced, it's easy to get a foggy mind. We're just drenched in distractions, and it can be easy to lose touch with your natural luminous clarity. This happens all the time when I'm asking people, what do you want? And so you've chosen something before, and then maybe you got it and it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. And so then you begin to think to yourself, maybe you don't know after all. But I call bullshit. The truth is, you do know. We all do. You know the path that would get you exactly what you want. But yet still, I hear so many people say, I don't know, and you wouldn't believe the effect saying these 3 words has on your life. I'm Soul, and I created the living narrative to show you how to quickly transform your story, because the story you tell becomes the life you live. And that's why saying these 3 words, I don't know, has such a detrimental effect and blocks you from connecting with the wisdom and the truth inside of you. So I'm an advanced clinical hypnotherapist, and let me tell you, the words you say to yourself and believe are so incredibly powerful. No matter who you are or what you are going through, there's a story that you are telling about your life and who you are. This story will either keep you trapped or set you free. And this is true for every single human on this planet and for every single story that you tell. So let's say I ask you this very simple question, as I ask people every day. I ask my clients this every single day. What do you want? What do you really, really want? And you squirm and you squirm and you try to fight back your disappointment. I don't know. I don't know. Can you imagine what your life would look like if these words did not even exist? What would your life, your business, and your relationships look like if you always chose to acknowledge and express what it is that you truly want? The reality is, most people are afraid of seeing what they really want. It's right here beneath the surface. If you're not aware of it already, it's very, very close by and accessible. However, this fear of disappointment, rejection, causes you to say you don't actually know. Even a fear of success, of what it would actually be like and who you would become if you were to actually claim what you truly want and desire. And that is why every single person who goes through my Big Magic Mentorship gets this phrase deleted from their vocabulary, and it's massively life-changing. So when I first start asking someone, what do you really want? The people who have a hard time answering the details of what exactly they want, they will squirm and they'll be frustrated and they want to go to I don't know, but because we've deleted it and it's not available for them to say, I just tell them to slow down and pause and take a deep breath. And even though you're used to jumping to I don't know for various reasons, just wait and see what answers come up in your mind. Give yourself this space. You can do this through journaling and meditation. And how I do it in my sessions when I'm asking people, it's just give yourself the space for the answer to appear. Because if you've been using I don't know for a really long time, it's such an automatic thing that the answers are available, but you're just not allowing yourself to see them. So you gotta give yourself some space. And in that space, the answers will arise and you will allow this luminous clarity to blossom inside of you. Because the truth is, you do know. You have all the answers inside of you. You are the expert on you. And although it can seem so seductive to hire somebody, hire a coach, call up a psychic, and see if they can give you all the answers to your life, it just doesn't work that way. And it's not even fulfilling, because the most addicting feeling in the world is touching that luminosity inside of you, that deep self-connection and knowing who you are. If you ever feel stuck and you're not sure what step to take next in your life, I want to challenge you, because I'm willing to bet you know the next step that you need to take and the path that would get you exactly what you want. Maybe you don't know every step for 10 steps ahead, but that's not what I'm talking about. You know the next step in the path that would take you exactly where you want to go. But you know something else? Claiming it takes profound courage, because it means when you acknowledge it, then you have to actually do it. Because there's actually nothing at all stopping you from taking the action. You don't need to learn something new. You don't need to figure something out. You don't need somebody to help you figure out what you need to do. The minute you claim you know what you want and you know how to get there, you are clearing the path for yourself. And that brings up fear. Whether it's telling your partner your desires, or whether it's announcing a new launch for your business, it brings up vulnerability. But you know what? I'd rather you say, I'm kind of nervous to say it out loud, and then just say it, because that shit is honest. I went on a date with somebody a few days ago, and he said that. He was like, I'm kind of nervous. And immediately the energy was just like cleared. And we were able to connect rather than just like feeling awkward. And like I would have been able to, I could feel his nerves anyways, but by him saying it, it immediately cleared the energy and we could just be real with each other. I've also felt scared recently. I'm stepping into new versions of myself, new level of leadership, and a deeper self-connection. It's a sweet, shaky, vulnerable feeling. So when you feel that way, I want you to ask yourself, what would you do if you weren't scared? What would you do? It will be very revealing, because sometimes it can be difficult or scary to accept that truth. A lot of people go through life being unhappy but comfortable. You know, it seems like that might be more stable if you're comfortable. And so, you know, maybe you should just accept where you are and not really allow yourself to want or desire or even entertain growing in any way. That comfort might seem more stable, but it won't for long, because we're here, souls on this human experience, to live this life, to experience new things and to express ourselves. Eventually, the pain of staying where you are will outweigh the fear of change. But if not knowing was the problem, you wouldn't be afraid, because you wouldn't know. But you do know. You know what to do. You know your next step. And you know what you want. You may be afraid because you actually know the truth, and that truth will change your life. You know what the answer is. You don't need another book or a course or anything to tell you the truth. That's why it's one of the first things I help my clients with, is to reconnect with their own internal guidance, because the answers are inside of you. The ones that are deeply fulfilling are inside of you. So perhaps you need a permission slip to know that you have the answers. One way that I see people sabotage both their relationships and their business is by needing to know the answer to the 10 steps ahead and trying to craft certainty when that is absolutely impossible. So if you're used to using I don't know as a way to avoid the truth, I'm going to invite you to claim that you do know. Whether it's in love or in business, what do you know that maybe you were avoiding? Because then you'd have to act on it. Start with just this week. What do you know, and how can you show up for yourself this week? What is one thing, one step that you can take that will help you move towards what it is that you really want? Feel free to share in the comments if you would like to share and be witnessed in your declaration. My vision for you and for every person watching this video is that you will have the courage to go for what you really want in life and make the choices that will propel you forward, even when they sometimes scare you, and that you will have the strength to follow your heart, to listen to the voice within, to go inside, to find your answers and let them live in the world. Because I promise You have what it takes, and life is supporting you more than you know. Everything is happening for you, either directly blessing you and supporting you, or helping you to learn and grow and see the things that you need to see so that you can get to the next step. You already know the answers inside of you. You know what you need to do. Because I promise, you already know. You know what you want, and you know your next step. And you can trust that. Life is supporting you. Everything is supporting you to either directly support you or give you situations to help you learn and grow. You get to decide whether you'll let life surprise you with its magic. And you get to decide whether you will lean in to trust and faith or fear and doubt. Every single next level new experience in your life and in your growth and in your relationships will present you with this choice. And only you can make it. You have the power to write a new story for yourself and to create a beautiful life. Something that calls to your heart and makes your soul sing. And that only happens on the edges of our comfort zone, in the places where we cannot have certainty. That's why it's the edge of a comfort zone, because it's new. It requires a leap. But that's where most people come alive. That's where most people find their flow state. You have everything you need, and that doesn't mean you have to do it all alone. You can be supported by people and places and get inspiration and ideas. I mean, you're watching this video for a reason. But know the answers to the deep questions about what you want, what you need to do, and how you can get there, you can find inside of you. You have everything you need. And the first step is to stop lying to yourself and telling yourself that you don't know, so that the answers can be revealed.